Hello everyone. So welcome you all to Ashok Tutorials, Meghalaya's first MTED channel. So my dear friends, today in this video we are going to discuss social science UP section, right? And the topic we have here is learning outcomes in social science at the elementary level as per NCERT learning outcomes document. Now you see, when we say elementary level, what do you understand? Elementary level means from class 6 to 8, right? So it says that what are the learning outcomes or objectives, or how, what do we expect the students of class 6, 7, and 8 after they finish studying social science? What do we expect from them? How much geography are we expecting them to know? How much history are we expecting them to know? How much economics are we expecting them to know? And how much uh, history are we, or political science are we expecting them to know? So what is the learning outcome exactly? That is what we are going to talk about in this video, right? So learning outcomes in social science refers to specific skills, knowledge, and values that students are expected to acquire at the end of a particular stage of education. At the elementary level, class 6 to 8, social science learning outcomes are aligned with NCERT curriculum expectations and aims to promote critical thinking, awareness of democratic values, and an understanding of historical, geographical, political, and economic context. So, you know, learning outcomes in social science means the student should acquire certain specific skills, certain knowledge, certain values, certain attitudes when they are at their elementary level, right? And they should know something about the politics, history, the economics, and the geography of the nation in which they live, all right? And also worldwide. So here, key learning outcomes in social science, let us see. Number one is understanding historical events and developments. So the learning outcome of the student should be that he or she identifies important historical events, events then like World War or Battle of Panipat, French Revolution, etc. Right? Then personalities they should be knowing like Mahatma Gandhi and all, and also different type of timelines. Then the student should also be able to explain the cause and effect of historical changes, whichever changes has taken place, like rise and fall of kingdoms, the social reforms, the colonialism, etc. Right? Then they should also know how to use maps, how to use timelines and sources to locate and interpret historical data. Right? So these are the things we expect from the student. Now, developing geographical awareness. So according to geography, what do we expect from the student? Let us see. The student should be able to locate continents. They should know how many continents are there, how many oceans are there, where are they located, and what are the major landforms, how to read the map, etc. Right? Then describe physical features like mountains, how many types of mountains we have, the plateaus, we have the rivers, we have the longest, the largest, and their impact on human life, how it is impacting the human life. Analyze climate, vegetation, and wildlife with respect to regions and human activities. So the student should also be able to analyze the climate, like how is the climate of Shillong, how is the climate of Kerala, how is the climate of Mumbai, etc. Right? Understanding governance and democracy identifies key features of democracy, government institutions, and their functions. So they should also know what do we mean by democracy, what do we mean by the political leaders, the elections, the MLAs, the government, and their functions. All right, the president, the prime minister, the they should also know the organs of the government, etc. Right? Explain the significance of constitution, fundamental rights, and duties. The student should also be able to know what is the constitution, what is our constitution, how many articles we have, how many sections we have, and what are our fundamental rights, what are our fundamental duties, what does a preamble says. All those things they should know. They should be able to describe the roles and responsibilities of citizen in a democratic society. So how the people of India are expected to live in a society, because we live in a democratic country. India is a democracy, right? Interpreting economic concept, understand basic concepts of livelihood, trade, and resources. So the children should also know that how the banking system functions, how the trading system functions, how the business functions, how the shop functions, how the mall functions, how the railways, the roadways, the airways they function. So all these things they should know. They should be able to differentiate between rural and urban livelihood. They should know what are the pros and cons of living in rural areas, what are the pros and cons of living in a urban area, right? Analyze consumer behavior, banking basics, and economic interdependence. So this is what I told you. They should know what are their consumer rights, what are their banking rights, what are their economic rights, etc., right? Next, we have applying social science skills. So they should be able to apply different type of skills, like they should know how to use the timelines, maps, charts, graphs, etc., the globe, etc., right? Then they should be able to conduct surveys or small projects to understand the local issues, all right? Then also they should be able to participate in classroom discussions, debate competitions, and role plays to express their opinions and understanding, right? So here we have values and attitudes. What we have, values and attitudes. So how are values and attitudes developed? So develop empathy and respect for diversity and pluralism. So the student should be able to know what are the values we should have, what are the attitude we should have. So all these things should be there in the students understanding or the comprehension, right? Now build awareness of human rights, environmental conservation, and gender equality. So they should know about the environment, they should know about the human rights and responsibilities, they should know how to protect the environment, and also they should know the equality of the gender. Encourage responsible citizenship and participation in social and civic life. So they should also be able to know their citizenship, their participation in the society, and also live a responsible and civic life, right? So here we have assessment of learning outcomes. So how do we assess learning outcomes? So teachers assess social science learning outcomes using projects, assignments, and portfolios. So we can know what is the learning outcome of the students by correcting their assignments, their projects, their portfolios, etc. Then we can also conduct oral test, written test, etc. Then we can also observe the group activities, the participation of the students inside and outside the classroom, right? So learning outcomes in social science at the elementary level, it aims to make the students socially aware, also make them critical thinkers. They should know the economics, they should know the history, they should know the civics, the geography, and etc., and the fundamental rights and duties and responsibilities, all right? So I think this is all in this video, so thank you everyone for watching.